World number 1 Magnus Carlsen faces the ever-creative Daniil Dubov in a thrilling encounter from the World Rapid and Blitz Team Chess Championship 2024. Magnus Carlsen, playing white, chose a quiet anti-martial Rui Lopez setup and slowly outmaneuvered Daniil Dubov in a rich strategic battle. The early phase was handled very precisely by Magnus. Moves like d3, 1 rupee, and f1, ing3 and h3 showed a clear long-term plan to avoid theory and build a flexible kingside attack. Dubov's 8, rb8 and 10-7 were playable but slightly passive, allowing white to take space with a4, a5 and prepare d4 under ideal conditions. A key turning point came after 15.d4 c5 16, ing3 c4. Dubov's advance closed the center, but also fixed the queenside structure, giving Magnus clear targets. The maneuver 18.ra4 followed by 22.rxc4 was an excellent practical decision by Carlsen, winning back material activity and opening lines when black's pieces were poorly coordinated. Dubov's 22, xa5 grabbed a pawn, but ignored the growing kingside tension, which soon became critical. Magnus showed great intuition with 23.nf5, sacrificing structural integrity to activate his pieces. Dubov's 23, bxf5 24.x5nf4 allowed white to simplify into a position where black's king safety became a long-term weakness. The exchange sequence around moves 27 to 29 led to an endgame where Dubov's 29, re2 looked active, but was objectively risky, as it overextended the rook without sufficient support. The move 30, bxf2+, was a practical try but ultimately a mistake, as it failed to generate real threats and allowed Magnus to consolidate. From here, Carlsen's endgame technique was exemplary. Moves like 33.rc6 and 34.rcxd6 were strong, activating rooks and targeting weak pawns. Dubov's time trouble became evident around 34, rc2 and 35, rf8, where defensive resources were missed and coordination deteriorated. Magnus' knight maneuvering with n5, nf3. ing4 was particularly strong, constantly threatening checks and forks while supporting the passed c-pawn. Dubov's 43, b2 was a good practical attempt to create counterplay, but it came too late. The precise 44.rb6 and 45.rd7+ neutralized the pawn and forced the black king into the open. In the final phase, Dubov's defensive blunders accumulated under pressure. Moves like 47, b1 and 49, bg3+ were visually active, but failed to stop the inevitable. Magnus' 48.f6+ was a powerful breakthrough, and the coordination of rook, knight, and pawn was textbook. The final combination, ending with 56.nf7 #, was a clean and elegant checkmate, perfectly illustrating Carlsen's superiority in converting dynamic advantages. Overall, Magnus played a near-model strategic and endgame game, steadily increasing pressure without unnecessary risks. Dubov showed creativity and fighting spirit, but made several critical inaccuracies, especially in the middle game transitions and endgame defense, which allowed Magnus to seize full control and finish the game with authority.